What? No, I'm just kidding. Yes.
It's finally Friday.
Hey.
Time to get up and start your day. Cause it's finally Friday.
Hey.
Hey.
I'm upset.
I'm upset.
I guess we got a theme song now.
It's finally Friday.
Hey.
It's finally Friday. Time to get up and start your day.
It was the
I'm mad because last Friday I had on sunglasses.
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying. Last Friday I had on sunglasses. What's happened?
What's? Oh no.
Because it's so gloomy and rainy outside.
But it's not gloomy up in here.
It's not. It's
No
very
way.
bad, actually.
Welcome to Finally Friday, everybody, to Studio 1452. I'm your digital anchor, Andre Ash. Got the one and only Antoince Strickland in the building. Hey! We also have the one and only Lynzee, Mychael joining us. And we are so happy because the energy in the room is also uplifting because we have our producer Babe back in the studio. Hey!
We love her.
Yes. So we are definitely on a high on this Friday because for some people they're just coming off 420 yesterday.
Why are you pointing at me?
No, I'm just
Oh.
yeah, just no, I'm just playing. But
420 yesterday.
420 was yesterday's the big thing in the community surrounding marijuana, and people were smoking their dudes and all that good stuff.
Celebrating cannabis culture.
It was it's not an official holiday, but it's a holiday in the culture.
Yeah, but it is still National Cannabis Awareness Month, and 420 is like the day of kind of observance of that as well.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
it is fairly official for sure. And I think what was dope here is like seeing a lot of like Black entrepreneurship within that cannabis space, which is rare but growing and necessary and needed. So
Lynzee with the front cover.
Yes. We got
celebrating
cannabis in the building.
And Black
Yes.
advocacy.
Oh my gosh. It was an amazing story to write. I had a chance to talk with Jess Jackson. She is the director of external affairs and social equity with Live Cannabis. And we just talked about breaking stigmas, understanding, safety while indulging in cannabis, and just the importance of Black advocacy in the cannabis community. Like, it's more of us that need to be in the room.
Yeah.
It's more of us that need to be talking about cannabis without, and not it in a negative fashion, but actually celebrating the fact that it's something that is legalized and it's something that you can use for not just, recreational, but also for health purposes as well. So
it's alternative health.
It is. And I'm happy that, we're starting to get into a more of a comfortable space to start having these conversations, especially within our community. And so please read the article, learn a little history.
Check it out.
And Jess is amazing. That's one of the owners of Copper House that I mentioned a few weeks back that hosts a ton of events.
You did.
So,
yes, she was awesome.
If you have not checked out this week's Wednesday edition of the Michigan Chronicle, make sure you do. Got some good stories in here for sure. In appreciation and celebration of 420 and marijuana.
Yes.
Which we know many people look to as a greenery. I have my own green here. my green peppermint.
Yes, and it's Friday.
Look, speaking of Friday, this iconic moment on Friday.
Yes, it's like the epitome of like a 420 movie. Like, everyone should have watched that yesterday, and if you didn't, you can watch it today because it's finally Friday. So
look, if you're just joining us, we're talking about a whole lot this morning. We're going to be talking about Michelle Obama's making some comments about marriage. We'll get to that. We'll also talk about Marcus Houston really in the news this week. We'll talk about that. But more bad news for Jonathan Majors. He was in the news this week. More projects continue to drop him for these alleged allegations on more women coming out. They're working with the Manhattan's prosecutor's office, and it's just, it's just like a drip.
It's heartbreaking, especially just knowing the high that he was on and how we were talking about him in such a positive light just a few weeks before all of this transpired. But there's just two things going on right now. We have more alleged victims coming out and working with authorities, but then we also have his attorneys releasing footage now, and I believe we have some of that footage that shows that the alleged victim, after this altercation, went to the club and danced and drank and partied. And so I don't know what that adds to the story, as far as who's at fault and if she was actually attacked. And I don't know. I did just come across a statement right before we got on air. And I think this is from his attorney that says that she stayed out all night and finally went to Jonathan's apartment at 3:23 a.m. where she called him 32 times and sent several angry, jealous text messages. Jonathan was not home when she got there, but arrived the following morning at 11:13 a.m. It sounds like a domestic dispute. I don't know how serious it was, but clearly they got into an altercation, and it just sucks that it's spiraling like this.
We'll continue to stay on top of it. And another story in the news these past few days is Jamie Foxx. His daughter put out a statement saying that her father had suffered a medical condition. He is recovering. That is the good news. But that statement reads here from the Fox family. We wanted to share that my father, Jamie Foxx, experienced a medical complication. Now, we don't know exactly what that medical condition is, but the good news is that he is recovering. He is in great care of his doctor, she said, and that we know that he is beloved. And they appreciate everyone's prayers, but they do want to recognize and take note of his privacy at this time. He was on some project that he's working on right now, currently filming a movie with Cameron Diaz, and now everything has to be put to a halt because of this situation. So we are definitely putting Jamie Foxx in our
praying for Jamie.
I love Jamie. It's fascinating when you can have Jamie Foxx is one of those people who is multifaceted.
Definitely.
Singer, actor, comedian. He does it all.
Yes.
I love that.
And he's actually good. It's people who can do multiple things. It's like, they have that one thing they're good at, and then other things are like, okay. He's really good at all of those things. He's held as one of the greatest actors of our time. He has an amazing voice, and he's one of the greatest comedians of our time as well. So
his musical catalog is actually when did he first start? Mid 2000s?
Well, no, actually he had in the 90s.
Well, I mean that one hit when we were in high school and college, where it was playing it on, he was on everything.
Oh yeah,
everything.
But
yes, you're right. He
with did Unpredictable and all of that,
girl. Yeah. But you're absolutely right. He did actually start in the 90s.
I don't know what our Jamie Foxx's music catalog. We just need to give it a name. I don't really know, but when you play it or sing it for me, I can recognize it. But Jamie Foxx, we love you.
We love you, and
get
better.
Get better. So. You were talking about things that Jamie Foxx does well. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to look good.
Oh my goodness.
Tuck the t-shirt down a little bit. But you're talking about one of the things that Jamie Foxx does well. One of the things that I do well is make Kool-Aid.
Okay.
You got to get some good Southern soul food with some
Kool-Aid.
Some good sugar
some
Kool-Aid.
Creamy water.
Well, not creamy water.
When you put too much sugar in it, it looks real creamy.
Too much sugar. Now that I'm over a certain age, it's like, come on now, calm down. But there was a post on social media that went out where people were really going in asking the question, how do you make your Kool-Aid? And I really thought the judgment was definitely real. Take a look here at the comments, because apparently they're all different type of ways. One person said it's water, sugar, and then the Kool-Aid. Okay. Someone says Kool-Aid, sugar, water. I can't believe all these people have been cooking Kool-Aid.
That made me laugh earlier.
Cooking that Kool-Aid, some fried burnt Kool-Aid.
Whipping it wrong. No.
Well, how do you make your Kool-Aid? Because for me, it's the water first, and then you pour in the sugar. And then no. You pour in. Okay, I'm sorry. I haven't done this in a while. It's water.
Yeah.
Kool-Aid. Sugar.
Oh, okay.
And stir.
Okay.
Are we all in agreement here?
No.
Really? What do you do?
I don't drink Kool-Aid.
I'm so sorry.
I am so sorry. And I did drink it as a kid. If my brother made it, but it was never something that I wanted that bad to sit and cook it. And I mean, cook it. You're picking up the Kool-Aid. I don't drink Kool-Aid. I wasn't a big fan of it when so that's hilarious. So I'm sorry. I have nothing to add.
I used to like Kool-Aid. So to your point, I don't drink it anymore. My goodness, but. I feel like when I make the Kool-Aid, I feel like it was both the sugar and the packet, and then I would put the water in it and stir, and then I would add accordingly. if I remember correctly. But it's like that was just a childhood thing.
I think that makes the most sense.
Yeah,
you can level how much water
exactly because you may not need all that water.
Mm-hmm.
It's like cereal. Like you don't do you pour your milk in before you put the cereal in, or do you put the cereal in and you put the milk? Exactly.
She said same thing.
I guess there is a method to the madness. I guess there is a method to the madness.
Yes, drive it. Thank you.
Drive it wet. Is that what she said?
Yes.
Like dry ingredients.
Oh, dry.
I'm good.
Oh, I'm not a cook either.
On to the next topic. We cooking Kool-Aid.
We cooking, we driving. We cooking, we driving.
Andre's confused.
The world is.
Y'all better make y'all.
Wait, what color Kool-Aid though were you drinking? If you were
blueberry.
Blueberry.
I think whatever the red and the purple one. So is that grape?
Probably grape.
Oh, my aunt did.
Strawberry or
cherry.
I don't know.
I was growing up with my aunt real quick. She did a great job of we had great Kool-Aid almost every single day. Well, so we got to move on.
Yeah, we got to move on.
So let's talk about because you have to make I feel like, especially when I get into my relationship at 40, I'm gonna make some good Kool-Aid.
I cannot.
For my significant other, like for my.
Is that the thing? We gotta make Kool-Aid.
I'm a lemonade household. We make lemonade.
I'm trying to make sure that my marriage lasts.
Okay.
So I'm gonna make some good Kool-Aid.
I need to check on my marriage. I haven't made no Kool-Aid for my husband yet.
Well,
maybe is that my missing piece? I gotta start making Kool-Aid to get.
Apparently, we can get some good advice from First Lady Michelle Obama on how to stay in a marriage because she is calling out us young people or the younger generation. Apparently, because their interest in marriage and what it means to be married in a long-term situation isn't all what is glammed up. Isn't all as what is glammed up as most people think it is, or what marriage is about, the dress and everything else. She had some comments on CBS this morning when she talked with Gayle King. Take a listen.
Marriage, and in this day and age, marriage is more about the dress and the dresses, and the proposal and the honeymoon and all the stuff around it, and young people aren't ready for the real of marriage. So I think, once again, it's incumbent upon us, people who have had successful marriages, to be really honest.
To be really honest about what it means.
You compromise, and compromise ain't always fun. Yeah. And don't add kids into the mix because they really mess up your life.
Well, let's talk about kids. Because people.
So that was a very interesting comment. First, I'd just like to say, well, first, Lynzee, let's kick it off with you because you're the married one.
Yes, you are the.
She said that it's all about the dress nowadays. It's all about just all the other things outside of what's going to make this relationship work. And then she threw in the kids, but they really messed up everything.
No, seriously, because marriage is pressure enough. You're dealing with this person and their personality and their likes and dislikes. We're all human. We all make mistakes. I've been married now. This year will be 2 years, but we've been together for 10 years this year. And we have had, ups and downs. And that's what she's talking about. That's what marriage is. Not just the good days, not the honeymoon. It's the bad days. It's finances. It's planning. It's having children. It's me waking up in a mood and it's not even this person's fault and they feel away, and being able to work through those things. And I'm happy we got married during COVID because it took away from, I really didn't care about all of that anyway, but it really took away from all trying to have the big elaborate wedding. And, we had
found out what was more important, especially in the pandemic, of being with each other and
it
learning
really
more things
showed,
about each other. Yeah.
It really showed a lot about, what we needed to work on and what was working for us. And I enjoy marriage, and I really hope, and the people that are in my age group or in my generation see the beauty in marriage too, and want to be with someone and build with someone. Like, life can get lonely.
I wish I would get married to somebody who's a TikToker.
What?
Like, come on now.
Wait.
Be in the moment. Be in the now. It ain't all about the everything. I completely agree with that.
Yeah, no, I agree 1,000%. I mean, I think sometimes there are missed opportunities when you kind of go into these relationships. It's like, oh, I want it to look like this and everything of that nature. But there's a lot of foundational things. Like, you really have to connect with this person and like them, even when you're having those moods and vice versa. And also be okay with change. Like, I feel like we all grow and evolve. We're not going to be the same people that we are when we turn 50 or whatever the case may be. Maybe foundationally, I'll still be Antoince. You'll look different. You might have a different mood. You'll have kids at that point. So that changes things. So,
and and it's also good to, like in a man situation, it's also good to marry someone who's younger because an older woman's going to bring baggage and kids
and
everything else.
Don't you transition like that.
According to Marcus Houston.
You know how I was looking at you, Andre?
According to Marcus Houston, he's been in the news this week when it comes to his relationship. And boy, oh boy, do we have some comments from him or something?
Lucky I wear no pearls.
Because they'll be clutching him.
He was on a podcast where he talked about women, dating older women bring a lot of baggage, their health, their kids. Just being older, a younger woman, which is the one he chose, they have a more optimistic view about life. I got this podcast clip I'm going to show you.
Thing that I saw myself being in a relationship with.
Right.
And you know, when you look at a person's qualities, like I was talking to one of my friends and I was saying, yeah, okay, I'm 41, right? She's 22. I could have married a 41-year-old woman and it could have been disastrous. They could have felt like, you know, because I'll sit and talk to women and women that are my age, and they kind of have a different outlook on life. You know, a lot of women my age are very independent. They are very like, you know, I don't need a man to do this for me because I could do this for myself. And I come from a generation that I'm very, very, you know, love to provide for my wife. I love to provide for my woman. And I'm very in that generation, like the old days, you know. I would never want to be with a woman that felt like, oh, I don't need you, or I don't, you know what I'm saying, like that. So, you know, and there's a lot of women my age. I've dated women my age, and, you know, they may have baggage, they may have kids, they may have not. You know, it's just there's so many different women that I've dated throughout my life, and this just so happened to be the one that caught my heart.
Yeah.
The woman that caught his heart.
He should have just led with that.
That's all he had to say, because, you know, you talking about women having baggage. It sounds like you want a woman that is naive, that you can train up to be the type of woman you want. And you don't want a woman who's already lived life and figured out who she is. Exactly. And that's what I heard. I don't know.
That's exactly what
train
I heard.
up in the way that he wants them to go, perhaps. I don't know. Maybe that's what he likes. Maybe. But he said that he was attracted to her spirit.
Her spirit.
I feel like he should have just kept with that. Like you said, this is who you rock with. He never had to say, well, women my age, they have baggage and kids
I wonder
and
how
whatever. It's like
women are going to look at him when he's older, at his particular older age.
Because he's older now. Yeah. And so...
With a
go
mustache.
home, Roger.
With that mustache.
Right, go home
for sure.
I think he's still scarred from Sister. He was into older women on that show.
Dang it.
And Tamara kicked him out.
The people in the comments are like, go home, Roger. Go home.
If you are scarred from playing Roger, just say that. Yeah. But don't be saying that a woman that's strong and confident and secure within herself doesn't work for you because she don't need you. Someone not needing you and wanting you is better. You know?
Oh my goodness. I feel like that's a conversation that we have so often, especially like in our age group. Like, no, I don't need you to get a car. Like, because that was in the past times. Like, it's different now. But I still need a man, like to the capacity of like the things that.
Well, he said he don't want a woman that says I can do it all.
Yeah,
she don't have to say she could do it all because we can't. I don't know. I feel like that's what companionship
I can do it for myself.
Yeah, you gotta
find a hater.
Compromise.
He's a hater.
What about you?
Right.
For me, like I said, I'm going to figure out the qualities in the person that I want to date and be with once I've reached 40. So I got some time.
It's very consistent.
He is very serious about
this.
My birthday is in 2 weeks.
Oh,
so,
getting closer to 40.
Hey! Stop that.
1 year closer.
What are y'all doing this weekend?
I think this is a sleep weekend for me. I'm gonna hang out with some family this weekend. Next weekend is my son's birthday, so I need to kind of rest up. I need,
Taurus is already in the building.
Yes,
especially, I mean, we all probably need to chill out after last week. How was your summer last week?
Andre,
80 degrees plus.
I actually did go out in the.
I went to Belle Isle. I was on Belle Isle with it.
Nice.
Did my little circle around. I was in
the sun being out was not good for me, even though I want the sun to come back out. But I definitely went out and was like, why am I outside? I was so sleepy this week. So actually, this weekend will be a chill weekend.
These are the times we know why you come to us, because you can honestly say it's finally Friday and you can chill out with us.
Literally.
Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. We so appreciate it for all the entertainment, Detroit culture, hot topics, what's trending, and everything you need to know. Turn to us. We are your team. Because as we say, if it's Friday, of course, it is finally Friday.
Hey.
See y'all next week, y'all.
See y'all.
Bye.
Oh, thank you. Great show.
Thanks.